Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Aries Sky Readley's video blog, also known as San Island Prepper, also known. Welcome. School is now in sessions. Seems my Wi-Fi is kind of. You're probably wondering, what am I talking about? Simple. We are using Wi-Fi until I can get the new cable set up. So I will be setting it up with Higgins' help, a device to plug into the computer. Now you guys are probably wondering, what am I talking about? Well, we're using a new desktop. That's right. The office has a desktop for spreadsheets and for video making. So thanks to my family. Thanks, family. You guys are great. So this also has my controller plugged in, so I can use the 27-inch screen, I think it is, 24-inch, whatever, to, for gaming. But we're not here to talk about gaming. We're here to talk about the topics today at hand. School is in session, prepping and future prepping, and why we are prepping. Now, Higgins gives me this link. Oh, you need to watch this guy. How do you know? I know every prepper out there is full of crap, okay? For example, Tildor comes in like 5 days ago and says, oh, Zoe needs the prep. It's Zoe with an I, not Zoe with an E, okay? 2, Higgins is all worried. Oh, we're going to have higher food prices because of gas prices. Look, let me just tell you a story, okay? We don't have a house speaker of the house, which means we can't worry. I mean, if the Republican Party wants to basically stonewall and make it so we can't send money to Israel, so be it. If we can't send money to Ukraine, so be it. My point is this: what are we prepping for? If you don't come to my channel once a week, get your once or twice a week video, and hear me basically make sense. Look, September. It's going to be a September to remember. It's a September to remember, really. September to remember. That's funny because last time I saw, it's a September to remember, right? So, when September to remember happened, what happened, by the way, everyone? I got this, I got to tell you guys a story while we're talking. So, the other day, right, there's this new computer, right? It's got all these buttons. This keyboard's cool because it's also got volume control, mute, volume up and down, and this one puts the computer to sleep. Apparently, this little moon thing here, I didn't know what it was. I felt like a little kid in a rocket ship, so I pushed it. I was on a video call with Zoe, and I went. So yeah, always experiment before you do video because and so it shut down the computer. But anywho, Higgins says the guy that he wants me to watch is a guidance counselor. Okay, whatever, I don't care, okay, because no one gives a damn, okay? The guy's basically completely wrong 99% of the time. Now, there's preppers out there that are the same, okay? You got doom and gloom guys. We're going to die in 3 days. We better basically prep now, really. You're going to have 3 days to prep. There's going to be anarchy, chaos. You see where we're going with this? So, what are we prepping for, people? We're prepping for complications. Yeah. I'm prepping for complications. Now I'm also prepping for other things. Now let me tell you what's going on, okay? Out of all that stuff in the world that we're prepping for, we're prepping for inflation. Yeah. Social Security came out the other day and Higgins emailed me, same with Sister Pee Wee, saying that it's a 3.2% cost of increase. Okay, let's let's break that down. It's higher inflation. But to offset the inflation, they should have given us more than 3.2% because, the truth is the government cannot afford anything more. We're going into bankruptcy. Now, a lot of you sit there and you're like, well, what happens if the government shuts down? Well, let's just say government shuts down on the 17th of November. They can't come up with a speaker. They're dickering, right? Government's in lockdown for who knows how long. You get your food stamps for 2023 December, but 2020 January, you don't get your food stamps because there's no money to pay the food stamps, you see? Which means here's how you guys got to prep, okay, the way I see it, okay? This is what's coming down the pipe, okay? I know Sister Pee-wee, she's probably prepping herself, but let's just say, and Sister Pee-wee doesn't get food stamps, and we're not going to need Pee-wee for that example, but let's just say Sister Pee-wee and Sister Dinky and others, they're all happy that food stamps go away. Well, that means everyone's got to go to work. Jobs are plentiful. People that maybe this is what the government's trying to do, cut them off so they can go to work. But what about Social Security? What about SSI? SSI comes from the general fund. So if there's no general taxes being paid because the IRS is shut down, then there's no money going into SSI, which means Brother Higgins gets no money. And if there's no money, the government can sit there and play musical whatever for SSDI, disability insurance, survivors, and retirement. Think about it. Now, thing is, this could be causing problems. That goes with government phones. The government prepays everything a month ahead of time. So say, for example, that's how it is. It's like a layaway. They pay on it once a month or they prepay. It's a prepaid plan. Fortunately, problem is that you preppers out there need to realize that I'm very intelligent and I follow the rules pretty good. By the way, Higgins emailed, oh, well, this guy said, really? Look, we don't have a Black Swan event. We're not going to have a Black Swan event. It's already the 15th of October. Okay, we have 16 days left in October. 16 and 16 is 32. Add once, 33 days left till the government shuts down. You better be prepping in that 33 freaking days, people. Saying about, think about it. You got chaos and anarchy in the U.S. House of Representatives. They can't pass anything until they get a speaker. And then the speaker might be a dick and he's going to try to rally everything and do it his way, which means it could damage the country more. So we have to wait and see how this plays out. Yeah. So that's the first problem. As a prepper, I use every tool at my disposal that I can. I got some emails to go through later today, so which means one computer and then that, and but anyways, let me just say, so Higgins is worried about higher gas prices, higher inflation, higher food pricing, higher whatever it is. Well, let's go over his email because I want to nitpick this for a second. I'm going to basically see, he claims I have half a brain cell. Let me just say I have more brain cells than Higgins, okay? How do you know if he's wrong? If you had half a brain cell, see that it is not possible. No, because I'll tell you why. Because you have the United Arab Emirates, you have Saudi Arabia, you have Russia, you have all these other places. You have all these places that have extra oil for sale. So we're not worried. He's like, oh, well, yeah. It's little things that he's worried about. So mimicking what occurred in 1973. No, mimicking is basically mimicking. Before you were born, I don't care. when there was gas wars and people backed around the block. Yes, I've seen that. And airline pilots and stuff went out of business, like TWA, United, etc. was failing. Why? Because there was no fuel, no jet fuel. But this is different. This is different. Okay, let me explain how it's different. We had our 9/11. Okay, we went in to Afghanistan and Iraq. All right. Israel just had their 9/11 by surprise attack overnight. That's what this war is about. The war is not about oil pricing. This war isn't about, and besides, let me put it to you this way. If Higgins had half a brain, he would realize that this country is going down the path of electric cars eventually. Do I care about that? Yes, actually I do. I believe that every damn American out there has a destiny to make his own decisions. And that means if he wants a gasoline or diesel car, he's entitled to it. If he wants to carry a big bore revolver, he's entitled to it. I mean, look, let's just break it down from every location, okay? Pee-wee's in a tourist town. That would mean no tourists because they couldn't afford the gas. Higgins, he couldn't go get his groceries and he'd go hungry because he can't afford the gas. Amazon would raise their pricing because, well, yeah, he's worried that Amazon's going to charge more for shipping. It could happen, but it's probably a 10% chance it will happen. We don't hit the panic button until it's time. And this is where I come up with the logical answer of why I'm smarter than some people. I may not be computer smarts like Higgins, but I have see, Zoe bought this pillow for me. Says we are just here to rock the boat. Now, let's just put it to you this way, my friends. We don't hit the panic button, okay? I'm more logical than most of these buttholes out there on YouTube. You got one guy preaching death and destruction, nuclear mayhem. It's already October, okay? The United States knows if something goes up, missile-wise, okay? That's the first thing. Second thing is food pricing. We don't need to worry about food pricing because food pricing has gone up and gone down. Stock market goes up, stock market goes down. Am I worried? No. Should I worry? No. Am I prepped? Yes. This is why I keep telling you to listen to my channel for certain issues in the world. Like for example, are we worried about gas prices being $10 a piece? No, only Higgins and his mom is worried about gas prices being that high. My father-in-law, not worried. Other people, not worried. My entire family. I even messaged my beloved sister today. She's not worried because it's not going to happen like 73. It's going to be a different type of problem. Problem is they want to exterminate the Hamas, the Hezbollah. They don't care about pricing of gas. I mean, look. The United States just sent out a second carrier battle group, the Ike, also known as the Eisenhower. Guess what? Think I'm worried about it? No, well, you see, you guys sit here, you come to me, and you complain, oh, we got to do this and we got to do that. No, we don't. You see, we don't got to do diddly pooper. You see, because frankly, we don't need to worry yet. That's what I'm trying to teach you guys. Okay, you got 33 days till the government shuts down, possibly. It gives you 33 days to get your house and your preps in order again. A lot of people say, oh, the government, really? Let's just say I remember having a discussion last week with Higgins. He's like, oh, we're going to get a speaker soon. They're going to vote for it. Something to that effect. Don't quote me because he always emails me. Oh, I was wrong. No. And yet, then when I said, oh, they're voting on it on like Wednesday or something, he's like, oh, they lied to us because of something. Look, Tomorrow's Monday. That means they've had 5 days to miss a lockdown vote. So they'll go and vote Wednesday. It's always fucking Wednesday, it seems. What is it about Wednesday? Then they need the weekend to recuperate. I mean, look, we are right now facing the worst problem we have. But it's Higgins. Oh my gosh, prices are so high. Come on, dude. We don't have a Speaker of the House. That means for bigger problems here, okay? What if the government sends a letter? We're sorry, Mr. Higgins. Your food stamps have been canceled because we can't afford to give it in January. This is why you prep. I mean, think about it. A lot of people have been emailing me. They're like, Rita, what do we do about our other problem? That is Christmas. Well, maybe there is no Christmas. Has anyone ever thought there might be no Christmas this year? Has anyone? I mean, I come here to tell you guys, by the way, this is a wide camera, by the way. It's a lot wider than the other one, just to let you know. I come to you today to tell you, I could sit here on YouTube and complain about the lovely Zoe waking me up because I forgot to turn the ringer off on my phone. Which, by the way, someone has asked me the other day about the phone. Right here, see? Right there. Yeah, so anyways, I got my other phone coming soon, so I can hook it up to my desk here soon. I'm setting this desk up to be the office gaming, thing. But, I'm going to have a second number, so you guys can call in. Like Tildor will actually have some call in, and basically, so, that's what we're going to do so we can get it. But I'm not here to pick on Higgins. Higgins wants to poke the polar bear. Go ahead. Polar bear will swap back with logic today. And the logic is we're already the 15th day out of a 31-day month. Okay, that's 15 plus 3 is 18 days until the next payday. But that'll leave some other problems coming down the pipe. As you all know, I will do the updates last, my personal thing, okay? But for prepping purposes, you guys can't hit the panic button just yet. I mean, look, we got 33 days left until the government possibly shuts down. And if these Republicans, no offense, the Democrats aren't doing any good either. I know Sister Pee-wee knows I'm not for either party right now. I'm not going to vote Republican or Democrat. I may vote the independent only because of it. Now, if we had an independent House Senate people, I'd tell you all to go vote with your heart and vote these both bastard parties out because they're useless. I mean, look, you got the Dems not doing anything. You got the Republicans fighting over the speakership. But 33 days ago till the government's going to shut down. And yet, you got one guy who's following another guy who thinks we're going to have $10 a gallon gas. Well, guess what? I don't drive, so that saves me $10 a gallon, okay? The taxi services, well, let's just break that down. Government pays the taxi services. Taxi services could run on a limited time, okay? Let's just talk about that for a second, okay? Sister Zoe uses the Vice Admiral Krabby McSnippy. That's her, Krabby McSnippy. She literally uses the taxi, okay? It's costing $40 or more or higher, I think. I don't remember. To get her home, okay? That means Vice Admiral Krabby McSnippy is literally going to have to basically cut ties with the cab companies, okay? That means the cab companies with the voucher program is going to have to put the vouchers on hold because ferry costs is going to be too much. And they're going to ferry companies are going to have to start raising raising prices, cost of fuel. So a ticket that might be $7 per person might not even offset. So they might have to shorten the trips or less ferry service. That goes with airplanes. I mean, literally, when it comes to it, then we need to worry. We shouldn't be panicking right now over something that is pretty much stupid. Everyone in the world's got their own ideas. My idea is I don't want to worry about it today. And it's my Sunday, so I'm not going to be watching videos except for videos that I prefer, which are reviews on books. There you go. Sorry, Brother Higgins. Lieutenant Higgins is basically helping me with some other problems, but today's mission is simple. We're here to talk about prepping, okay? Now, what are we doing? We're doing this because it is what we do. Yeah. And that is pretty bad. And we are prepping for those reasons. Now, Brother Higgins had helped me out with a cable. He told me which one to get. He's been helping me with that. I should promote him to lieutenant commander. But my thing is he needs to realize we don't hit the panic button until gas prices are $10, okay, or $20, or even $30 a gallon. Then we worry about it. Now, Sister Pee-wee may or may not agree with me, but let me just put it this way. All right, for a moderator that gives me intel too, I'm going to say if gas prices are that high, that's going to cripple everyone in the country, okay? Remember, there was a saying, you'll have nothing to be happy. That could be what's coming down the pipe. It also could mean that that the lovely Sister Pee-wee might not be able to sell her jewelry when everyone's going to be paying higher food price and higher gas prices. I mean, literally. I mean, look, we're not at scalping levels yet. I mean, the only way society's going to collapse is if these things happen. I mean, look, we have the railroad thing happen, right? They made a deal. We got a tentative deal with the Kaiser Permanente thing. That's going smooth. The union auto workers, that's going okay. So things will get back to normal. We should just sit here and wait it out. It's all about time. I mean, literally. I mean, the worst case scenario is Higgins goes to the store and they charge him $20 a can of tuna. Big deal. Thing is right now I have to tell you guys my motto of what I'm thinking, okay, and feeling. And that is when Higgins emails me, oh, I'm going to nickname you I don't care, Rita. Right now, I don't care because it doesn't affect us. We're worrying about something we can't control. Think about it. I can't control. I don't have the power to keep your gas pricing being Higgins' thing. Higgins wants it for a nickel. Oh, back in the day, it was a nickel. We know this, but guess what? Back in the day, we didn't know how, and then they had to refine it some, and eventually it went up to, I remember seeing it at 77 cents a gallon. Yeah. But do you see us worrying about it? No, I went to the gas station the other day with Zoe. This was yesterday. And Zoe, we had a great time, by the way. Had lunch, And I looked at Zoe, and this is another good reason why driving sucks. And Zoe, she's going in, oh, Rita, do you need anything? No. But she got me an energy drink. Cool, I'll have to finish it by tomorrow. But guess what? While we were in there, I was talking to this computer guy who was supposed to contact me. Biggest flake in the world, I think. Yeah, everyone around me, it seems, is a bunch of flakes. Yeah. So let me just tell you the story. So as I'm minding my own business, I looked up. And I said to Zoe, it's almost $5 a gallon for gasoline, almost $6 for diesel. I said, doesn't pay to drive, right? It just means that people have to penny pinch. I mean, look. People have to penny pinch. Let me tell you how that works as a prepper. You see, let me tell you a lovely story about my family in Texas. My cousin Dinky promised me New pants. I think it was like 7 pairs of pants per year, a pair of shoes per year, right? Now, with all this crap going on in Oregon, they moved. You all know this. I've talked about it time and time again. It's their personal reason why they moved. Right? Could be family, could be they want to stay away from me. But truthfully, okay, I'm just joking about that. They love me dearly because they wouldn't do what they do and go out of their way for me. I love them dearly. But since I'm talking about it, okay, let me just tell you, okay, unlike some people like the Higgins and the others, Pee Wee, I think, has a mortgage too, okay? They got a penny pinch, okay? What if gas prices go $10 a gallon? Food prices go up, and Higgins goes to a store and he finds out his gallon of milk is now $10 a gallon because you got to pay the truck drivers to deliver the milk. Well, then you basically stockpile powdered milk. Oh, well, it went up $3 a can because, the fuel. Well, look, if Amazon starts raising the prices to offshoot this cost for, FedEx and UPS, or say UPS, FedEx, whatever they use. I mean, think about it. Amazon has their own Amazon airplanes. They have their own trucks. They'd have to cut corners. So they would cut corners. They would basically make only essentials. That means 99% of their warehouse would be full, and their warehouse workers, and 90% of them might be re-diverted until the fuel prices go down for other jobs. But we're not there yet. But apparently, Brother Higgins thinks we are there. Personally, I think Higgins should go to his mom and get his free chicken dinner and let the real preppers handle things. Yeah. See, a real prepper like me can tell you exactly what's going on and why. Yeah. I mean, think of it. Do we hit the panic button? No. We've been talking. Let me put it this way. Government turns around and gives us stimulus checks, right? To offshoot us being locked up, which is fine and dandy, okay? Economy was hurting. Now, if they give any more, that's fine too. Fortunately, the government knows that we could use that money for prepping if they gave us more. But most people invested in video games, music, movies, books, CDs, TVs, laptops, game systems. They didn't buy prepping, and they're the ones that suffered. Now, with me, as a prepper, I want to tell you, with the whole heart of love in my heart, I'm going to tell you something. Eventually, people are going to have to cut corners. Me and Zoe were talking about that last night. What do you mean, cut corners, you say? Think about it. Half my streaming services have been cut. But you know what they did to me? They raised the rates. Yeah. So if I cut another half of them, they'll just raise the rates. And then they'll cut another half of them. And while I have only Roku and Tubi by then and YouTube, they're going to start raising rates on other places, you see, because there's people out there that literally, the government should basically turn around eventually and say, look, you're not using this program, cut it, because there's a lot of people out there that buy these things to keep it, and then they don't use it. Fortunately, as a prepper, like I said, we're not at that point, but you better start thinking about cutting plant programs. And this is where I come in today, in today's episode. Today's episode is brought to you by beer, making ugly people have sex since 6 AD. See, I had to throw that in there as a joke. Sorry, guys. Well, can we get serious now? So as a prepper, this is one reason why we're prepping. You see, as a prepper, we're not prepping for Armageddon. We're prepping for and pre-prepping and re-prepping like Marines. I got to add that to Tildor's repertoire once. You see, the Marines train and retrain and retrain and retrain, all right? This is why I'm here to teach you, okay? As a prepper, you need to train, 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 and retrain. Now, a lot of you guys out there, you email and you say to me, well, what are we prepping for? Everything's right. We're prepping for this reason, okay? You got 33-day window. Government shuts down. Then what? You get your food stamps for December. That's when November and December is when you go in with your food stamps. Of course, Higgins won't do it. He'd prefer a $9 can of beef stew. I think, Keystone. To spending $9 and getting 2 whole turkeys because he doesn't know how to cook a turkey because he prefers everything microwave. You see? Some people got it really crappy when it comes to the food chain, okay? I got a couple of whole chickens I'm cooking tonight. I'm going to be cleaning the roasting pan, putting it together, making whole chickens. That's my supper. You say, oh, well, Fleet Admiral, what can we do with a whole chicken? I'm cooking 2 of them, so I'm going to peel them up, make sandwiches out of them, and I'm also going to make soup with them. You can turn the bones into broth. I mean, think about it. You freeze the bones till you're ready, and then throw the defrosted bones and throw them in the damn soup pot and make soup base. I mean, there's so many ways to stretch out a whole chicken or 2 or 3. And chickens this week's on sale. Why? Well, maybe they had to get rid of a few, but guess what? For those prices, I want to tell you to stockpile what you can. Same goes with turkeys. Think about it. Government shuts down on the 17th. Do you think they're going to have a house, hypothetically, if there's no speaker at that time? Do you think the Republican in control of the House cares enough about Higgins basically getting a notice? We're sorry we can't pay you your SSI in January because there's no speaker of the House. Think about it. Think about it. That means they could turn around a month later and cut him off of his Medicaid, his food stamps, and his payments. That means Higgins is holding the bag going, well, I hope Republic. I mean, look, I don't believe in both parties, but this is going to come down to Higgins, okay? Now, I need another beer, so give me a second, but I'm here to say, hopefully you guys are tuning in with me because this is big news. This is why we're prepping, saying about picking on Higgins today. Of course, Higgins is probably going to message me, oh, well, how come I can't have a whole chicken? Because you don't buy one, and I'm not going to provide you one. See? I may be his little sister, and I can poke at him, but be right back, preppers. All right, preppers. So here's the problem we have coming down the pipe. You see, as a prepper, Americans need to realize that this isn't a Higgins problem. This ain't a Pee-wee problem. This is a Worldlodian problem or a world problem or an American problem. Fortunately, for some of you out there, people think that they're panicking over something that hasn't come about yet, okay? Now, let me give you some advice. For those panickers like Higgins, the world doesn't revolve just around you, Higgins. So, as your little sister and as your preppers and your commanders and your fleet admiral, everyone, you need to realize we have to basically wait and see. This ain't something where you hit the panic button. This is where you look at it, observe it, think about it. It's the 15th day of the month, all right? Now, I do wish Sister Pee Wee would come on here from time to time and live and let us know how she's doing. She does email me the intel, but let me tell you, I do watch what Pee Wee sends me, even though one of the guys she knows I don't like, I call him Mr. Jackass, but for good reason. I mean, look, I did watch her Social Security video she sent me. I will say, yeah. And and before Pee Wee said, because some people say, "Oh, I sent you a video and didn't watch it." Yeah, my impressiveness was the 1980 index when they said there was a 14% increase cost of living. 14%. We only got, in my lifetime, I've seen 8.7, I think it is. And they're saying inflation's over 3%. Really? These guys in the Federal Reserve doesn't know what the market is of inflation is. I mean, think about it. I mean, literally, you got, and let me tell you, people buy certain items. Those certain items is called supply and demand. When the supply is low and the demand is high, they raise the price. When the supply is high and the demand is low, the prices go down. It's a supply and demand world. But some people have their own way of running things, you see. My main thing is my main issue is this, okay? I love all of you, by the way. I really do. So, thing is, we don't hit the panic button. 33 days till government shuts down. And that's 33 days. Instead of sitting here, well, you weren't around then. You don't know about the gas thing. At 30, here's my logical, okay? 33 days. Okay. Start penny pinching. Yeah. I got family who sent me a computer. They said, I want you guys to get it out there, Rita. You need to realize I got family all over the place. They're penny pinching. Why? Because they're penny pinching. Everything's getting more expensive. Is it the Republicans or the Democrats? No, it could be we were sold out to China. It could be for other reasons. Think about it. Thing is, if you don't need a Chinese-made piece of junk, then you're fine. But if you do need a Chinese-made piece of junk, then you're not fine. So, think about it. That's what I'm here to tell you guys. Think about it. I mean, literally, think about it. As a prepper, this is your window again. Look, Tildor is right for some aspects, okay? I got to give I'll promote him to Corporal. Corporal Tildor is right, okay? We have a problem, and that problem is when you prep, you got to re-prep. I'm always re-prepping. I got boxes I got to break down from Amazon orders. Am I worried Amazon prices are going to go up? No. This is where you have that time frame, okay? Time frame. I'm going to say something jokingly, okay? I love Brother Higgins as a sister, okay? But 20 years from now, Higgins is sitting half dead and half in his rocking chair looking out the window with no teeth. He's going to sit there and say, Sister Rita was right. She was basically dead on. We sit here, we wait, and we wait. Now, it could turn into civil war, maybe. It could turn in civil war, could cause us to have food shortages. Has anyone thought about that? No. I talked to Sister Vice Admiral Krabby McSnippy, Zoe. She literally said, something about Civil War the other day. Has anyone ever thought what would happen to our food supply and fuel then? No. Who would control the nukes? Who would do this? Think about it. I mean, think about it. Civil war in this country could be worse. If someone got a hold of nuke codes and decided to nuke the red states and the blue states. I mean, think of it. I mean, no one even thinks of this outside the box. They're like, oh, well, you know. But at the same time, our country is broken. We're fractured. And there's a lot of people out there that believe that the government will bail them out. Now, let's talk about the government for a minute compared to the hardworking Americans at work. Like my family. My family's hardworking Americans. They're penny pinching. They're strapped for cash. They literally have been strapped for cash for 3 years because of the pandemic and pricing hasn't gone down. You think they really can give me 7 pairs of pants and a new pair of shoes per year? No. But, you know, I always bring that up once a year just to poke them around around the holidays. Maybe not twice a year. But you know, my cousin, Dinky, she loves me dearly and she takes it. She says, I know life sucks. This ain't about life sucks and who makes promises and when. This is about you, the prepper. You see, think of where I live. I live on an island, okay? Fuel prices go down. Then the tourists are happy and they get more money. But fuel prices go to $10 a gallon. No one's going to be coming here. Let me just put it. People that work are going to work. People that rely on taxi service, Vice Admiral Krabby McSnippy, yeah, she's going to basically be stuck in a home for who knows how long. I'm not talking about group home. In her little tiny home for who knows, hoping like hell she's got enough supplies to make it. Okay, this is the reality of it for the Vice Admiral. Now, people ask me, if I'm a 5-star and she's a 3-star and Higgins is a lieutenant and Pee Wee's a commodore, you know what? I'm going to go off the naval ranks. I think Tildor should be an ensign. There we go. We'll just leave him as Ensign Tildor, okay? People sit there and they don't understand. The $10 gallon gas hasn't come about. If you're panicking now and you're going into conspiracy mode, then maybe you need to be checked for a mental illness because we haven't hit that error yet. We haven't hit that no return problem. Okay, look. It's like I keep telling Chloe. You don't worry about the presidential elections of 2024. Will we have a presidential election? Well, maybe, maybe not, depending on if civil war happens. But even at civil war, you're going to have war over food, ammo, and fuel. So think about it. And that's what we're right now. You know, you got Israel supposedly wanting to annihilate the Hamas and Hezbollah. I'm sorry to say, preppers, but what are we prepping for? We got a window. Tildor has taught this. Ensign Tildor has said time and time again, you prep and you re-prep. The Marines do it. Have anyone ever seen that movie, Sans Iwo Jima, where they're like, we Marines fight and fight and fight. Then when we go, we get trained and retrained and retrained and retrained and retrained. Proof's in the pudding, my friends. That's the truth, and it hurts. It hurts because there's a lot of Americans out there that's worried. Yeah. There's a lot of Americans out there that are worried. But you know what? If you worry, you give yourself ulcers. Don't give yourself ulcers. Do you see me complaining? No. What am I planning to do? I tell you. I'm planning to make a roasted chicken tonight. 2 roasted chickens. Make up some soup out of it. Am I happy? Yes. Do you think I'll not be happy? No. Why am I telling you all this today? I'll tell you why. As a prepper, you must prep. This is your prepping window. You have 33 days to prep. Now, every day is a little closer. People say, oh, but, you know, the boss hasn't done a video in 5 days. Well, let me put it this way. I was working on the new computer, which had problems. Okay, I was prepping the new computer. I'm prepping the old computer, the one that I technically own, that I don't have to give back. That's Chloe's. But I'm prepping to deliver that to Chloe soon. Fortunately, not too soon, but soon. But Chloe, of course, coming up here, she's prepping for chicken nuggets for me and to get Moppy a haircut when time comes. See, we're prepping on those aspects. Even Chloe knows that, and this is maybe the only time I might see Chloe before prices go through the roof. I mean, look, Higgins is all, I wasn't really Higgins. You were around back then. That's good for you. But you know what? No one gives a shit about the past because no one cares. That's the thing. How many new generation people on this will tune in to learn about Pan Am, the demise of Pan Am, TWA, and other airlines like Eastern and whatever else because of a fuel crisis? Yes, I've seen the fuel crisis thing on YouTube. I know about it. I've even read about it. I got a book about the history of the United States from 1901 to 1900 to 2000 or 100 years, right? They did a huge amount of stuff on the 1973 and whatever fuel pricing problem. We could be going down this path. Maybe the Middle Easterners want their oil for themselves. I mean, look, let me just tell you it this way, okay? If you're a person who relies on government handouts, bailouts, welfare, then maybe you need to think twice and think about what I'm saying here. Because think about it. Higgins, my pricing. Look, if gas goes to $10 a gallon, hypothetically, this is where you basically start prepping now, okay? Not tomorrow, not 3 days from now, today. You turn around, you buy your preps, you put your preps away, and you watch. Nothing happens, you got extra preps. Point being is you need to look at the window here. See, there's a picture of your window right here. You got a nice view of everything. And you're watching it on TV. You're watching Newsmax, Fox, whatever. I watch CNN because I find it to be funny. Me and Zoe was watching a little CNN yesterday. But you see where I'm going with this, people? You see, this is your window of opportunity right now to prep in case gas goes to $10 and you're prepping supplies you can't get because, the economy is going to go down the toilet. This is what I'm training you for. What am I training you for? I mean, literally. I'm training you for preppers. Yeah. I love all of you. And I'm training it for all of you. Yeah. You see, my family, they're penny pinching in Texas. My family in Washington's penny pinching. My family in Colorado's penny pinching. At least my family in Colorado's prepping still. We talked about prepping too, but we're all prepping in our own way. But thing is, there's a lot of people out there that think the government's going to keep giving them the handouts and the public doles. They're not. If the government shuts down, not just Higgins, but every American will be out of food stamps by January. And since they prepay month by month, the APC program, the Lifeline program, those will go bye-bye. Then what do you do when you have no Lifeline or ACB program? I like talking to Higgins. He's an intelligent person. Well, about 70% intelligent, but you see, I'm more intelligent in the fact that you need to look at the big picture here, and the big picture is what it is. So Higgins wants to say the minimum wage in the United States 73 was $1.60. That's funny. My mom was getting $4.50 per hour back then, not including being a waitress. So, but you know what? The thing is we can go on and on and on about the minimum wage. I mean, look, if I could work someone for 1 cent an hour, I would do it. Okay, jokingly. But think about it. Government regulation says 15 an hour. But guess what happens at 15 an hour? It's not enough. They got to do 3 jobs anyways, just to pay for everything. I mean, literally. I mean, think of it. There's people in the entire fucking world that believe they're privileged. They're white, they're privileged, or they're black, they're privileged, they're Hispanic, they're privileged, and there's people that believe that they're the ones that deserve the most money on survivors, Social Security, SSI, whatever. Fortunately, no one is fucking privileged, okay? Yeah, you may pay your taxes, but the problem is you're not fucking entitled, all right? So the government turns around, and I'm not talking I'm not poking Higgins here. I'm not poking Pee Wee. I'm not poking anyone. I'm talking about in the general population. I mean, look, as a realist, they could cut your fucking funds off. Government doesn't get recerted for 12 months. Everyone on food stamps gone. You think the Republicans care? Oh, hell, I got rid of them. Next you know, you get a letter. Your Medicaid's not paid because the state pays half the Medicaid bill and the federal government does. Next you know, Higgins and other people. Higgins does need certain issues, medical taken care of. But what if they take that away? It's like Pee Wee said, they're slowly killing the elderly and the disabled. No food stamps, no Medicaid. What's next on their chopping block? Oh, wait, I can tell you that, my lovely of lovelies. Your phone service, your internet service, your Lifeline phone, gone. Oh, I'm sorry, we took away your Lifeline phone. Gone. Took away your ACP. Now, let me tell you, the ACP program is a fucking joke. I had to go through 3 different places just to get a program that didn't require ACP only, just Lifeline. There's like 3 places to do Lifeline. The rest want to suck up all your ACP. So I reserved it for ACP, but what happens if your ACP goes away? Well, let's talk about it from a elderly disabled point of view, not someone in SSI. Remember, SSI can be cut off. It's on the general fund. No taxes, no payments. That means people on SSI. I know a lot of people on SSI, by the way, and I know a few people. I'm just going to say a few people that own their house outright, right? And they're struggling. And they got to pay car insurance, gas, property tax, property insurance, house insurance, whatever, right? All these things twice or 3 times a year. And I feel bad for them. Think of what happens when the SSI check runs out and the government shuts down the government. You see, the states can control taxing you. So states can turn around and say, you owe us taxes, you can't pay it because the government shut down, right? You don't get your SSI check. You don't get your ACP or your Lifeline phone. You don't get your food stamps. You're struggling, right? Think of it. You know what happens? Eventually you lose your house unless there's a thing. You see, I have a feeling, this is just my own opinion, so I'm not trying to give you misinformation, but my opinion is I think the government, the Republicans are trying to crush the Democrats by shutting down the government. Think about it. This is the only card they can play. Literally. So, anyone on SSI, they're homeless. Anyone on SSI, they can't drive. Anyone on SSI, think about it. No food stamps, no welfare programs, nothing. That means you're going to have like 30 to 50 million people unemployed, no jobs, nothing. I mean, you cut out Medicaid. And then, they say Medicare would be next a month later. So say it gets into January and they can't raise the debt ceiling because there's no speaker in January. Then what? Hypothetically, February, right? Meanwhile, there's too many people. Then you got the government systems turning around and shutting you down. Government systems like the advocates that I work with, No jobs for them because they don't have the money, because there's no way to fund the programs. Government pays for it, state pays for it. State pays for it, they're fine. What if the state can't get any of the grants because times are tough? The director could lay off everyone except for 2 advocates that she trusts. Everyone else is in the bread line. You see, right now, this is stuff that you need to think about. Think about it. No, give me 1 second. I got something else to share with you. No, it's not beer time. It's now dip time. Let me put it this way. We have thunderstorms coming in soon, so point is you guys got to realize that there's a lot of people out there that need to realize to prep. Now, what am I talking about? Well, simple. Is that who I think it is? Hey, Kane, good to see you. Good to see you, Kane. If the government shuts down in 33 days, that's your window to get your affairs in order. I mean, every time people message me, the government didn't shut down like you forecast. I didn't forecast it. I said it could happen. It couldn't happen. Then they came together. But this time, because the government, how you doing, Kane? Because the government turned around and made a deal. That's why they ousted McCarthy. McCarthy wanted to basically make everyone happy. Unfortunately, it didn't go that way because you see what happened. Yes, I'm well aware of it. We're talking about the war in Gaza right now, Kane. But thanks for tuning in because you're going to enjoy this. So as I said to you all earlier, Higgins messaged me worried about the price of gas being $10 a gallon. Don't worry. This is the time you don't hit the panic button yet. Even Commander Kane, who outranks Higgins, wouldn't hit the panic button yet for $10 a gas. By the way, Kane, you don't drive, do you? Think about it, my friends. Think about it. You only need to hit the panic button if the government shuts down. And if they shut down in November, that means that Christmas is going to be shitty, and then New Year's is going to be shitty. And by New Year's, you're going to know if any food stamps are going to be coming into. Well, there you go. See, so Kane's like, I actually drive. Well, you know what, Kane, you need to. This is your prepping time, And you guys have been sitting. Higgins like, no, you don't. Here's what you need to do. You have a storage shed or an outside storage shed, then start stockpiling gallons of gas. Put it away, sock it away. Why do you call yourself preppers if you're not going to stockpile gasoline or diesel away? Think about it. There's something that I want to ask you guys today about. Well, anyways, the point is let me just say it again. What are you prepping for, people, if you're tuning into my channel? I mean, by the way, Kane, I don't know if you've seen this, but you can't see it because of it, but new desktop. Yes, new desktop for the office here. So, back to prepping. A lot of people out there need to prep. You got a 33-day window till the government shuts down. I mean, you got Higgins basically beating saying a basic gallon for gas. thing is, that was 50 years ago, or is it 60 years ago? 83, 93, 2003, 2013, yeah, 50 years ago. Come on. Think we're going to go back to that? No. That would literally cripple airlines. That would cripple Greyhound. That would cripple public transit. That would cripple mass transit. It would cripple a lot. Do you see me worried? No. So the point is, no one needs to worry right now and hit the panic button. I mean, think about it. There's a lot of different things you can do in the world and hit the panic button. Do you see me hitting the panic button? No. What am I doing? I'm planning. I'm prepping. Every day I'm prepping. Every day I'm prepping. Sounds like the guy upstairs is vacuuming, but anyways, my point is I'm prepping, okay? Now, Higgins, if you're watching this, go eat your chicken dinner with your mother. Leave this conversation to the adults because, frankly, by the way, Kane, new computer, by the way, for the office and for you guys out there. This is something that we needed for our YouTube channel. So we got it set up. It works till we get the tripod set up and the camera. But we're here to talk about prepping. You see, prepping isn't just about prepping. Higgins is only analyzing one thing in one spectrum and narrow band. His mind is set on gas pricing being $10 a gallon, meaning food prices will go up. The problem is we're not at that focal point. So let me put it to you this way. If Higgins is worried about gas prices going up, this is your opportunity right now, today, to watch this video later and go out and prep. And what is the point of prepping if you're not going to prep? What is the point of it is if you're going to sit there and say, oh, $10 a gallon ain't going to be possible? It could be possible, but while you're sitting there in panic pickle mode, you need to realize that we have an issue here, and that issue is we can fix this. I can fix this. You can fix this. Everyone can fix this. Yeah. I mean, think about it. I hope you guys are hearing me type. I'm just checking to see if we got any new comments through another channel. Nope. Apparently the thing is really slow. So what's up, Kane? How are you doing? Nope, nothing. All right, we'll close that out. There you go. So, point is, I do care, but I don't care right now due to the fact that we have no problems or crisis. That's the point. A lot of you have been emailing me, how come you're not doing any YouTube vids? Because there's no topics. I mean, look, you turn on the TV, what are we getting? We're getting freaking crap about yeah. That was Chloe and Zoe. Zoe is Z-O-I-E. Z-O-I. Yeah, Z-O-I. Zoe's fine. As you know, Kane, she lives here on the island. Lives in her own little house. Chloe, on the other hand, is losing her noodles. Apparently a little birdie told me the other day that she called up 4 places here on the island and ripped them a new one again. Now they're thinking a restraining order on them. No, Zoe. Let me spell it for you. See, Zoe. There. Now, Chloe, on the other hand, Chloe is spelled. Yeah, you spelled Chloe right. You just missed Zoe. But Chloe, on the other hand, I'm seeing Chloe soon. Moppy's getting a haircut. Yes, you kept doing the X. That's called Zai. The O silent Japanese, I think, Zai. But no, point is, Zoe's fine. I did some work for her yesterday. I actually didn't do too much work. I just troubleshooted her computer, installed the program she needed, and I ran her scans. And I had a cup of coffee and some lunch. Lunch was salad. And then I had shrimp cocktail for dinner. So, anyways, my point is to you guys is we're here as a prepper. We're here to prep. So today's prepping. Hold on a sec, people. I need to check something. Let me find my roasting pan real quick. I'm gonna roast chicken today. What's in here? Where did my roasting pan go? The oddest thing in the world. I don't know where my roasting pan went. I thought it was in here when we moved it. Yep, I remember seeing it in here, and then it got moved. Anyways, I don't know where they went. I have no clue where they went. I don't think we put them in the closet, did we? Nope. Don't know where they went. I'll have to keep looking for them. Anyways, I was gonna prep a chicken tonight. What we got here? Yes, I'm cooking two whole chickens. I'm gonna roast 2 chickens for dinner, make leftovers. So that was my plan today. Just need my roasting pan. Where is my roasting pans? Should have prepped that earlier, peeps, but figured it was in the other room. Thought I saw it in there. There were 3 of them. don't know where they went. Yep, so I was going to prep and cook a whole chickens and show you guys how to do it today. Apparently, my roasting pans went missing. We used to have them in here, but don't know where they went. Where is my prepper's roasting pans? Wait. Are they in here? Nope, no pans in here either. Weirdest thing in the world, I tell you. So, don't know where they went, Pete. Should be in the other room, but hopefully no one boosted my roasting pans. I'm cooking a whole chicken. 2 of them, actually. That was one of the prepping things I wanted to do today. Unfortunately, my roasting pans went missing, supposedly. Unless it's in that storage shed out there at the door. Nope, not in there. A roasting pan can only be in so many places. Pick this up, I'm gonna have another beer because of it. Hey Mom, how you doing today? Good, Mom. Oh. Here we go, people. Found it. Now I just gotta wash these, clean them, and get it prepared to make a roasting chicken. Yes, I'll be doing a video today of how to cook roasted chicken for you all. Yep. Am I cooking something? Of course I am. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean these, stick the chickens in here, and I'm going to cook the chickens in these. And there we go. So as a prepper, I got to cook dinner. So I'll have dinner ready around 7 p.m. Yep. So here we have it. So I'm going to make roast chicken for dinner. My goal is to make this roasted chicken for dinner tonight, preppers. So the next goal is I'm going to put it in the sink and grab me a beer. Hey, Mop, how you doing? I'm also prepping soon to cook a whole turkey, people. As a prepper, we need to prep for everything. So, yes, I am cooking some. I'm roasting chickens tonight, and then next week I might roast some turkeys. However, this is something we need to discuss. Oh, this is why we're prepping, people. peeps. So there we have it. So I'm gonna have whole chicken and mac and cheese for dinner. There we go. As a prepper, we have to prep. Now, a lot of you have been wondering, what's the point of prepping? Well, point of prepping is because we're prepping, right? This isn't a game. This is a window, a time frame. A lot of people have messaged me and they're like, oh, we're not going to follow you or CP or SP or PP. We're not going to do any of that. They're all idiots. They're morons. No one cares. Okay. I, on the other hand, I do care. We have a war going on, okay, between the Hamas and the Israelites. Fortunately, this could end up into World War III. That's another reason why we're prepping. So Higgins says that the great I don't care, read it, show me your chicken. Yeah, you want me to show you my chicken, you son of a bitch, Higgins? Fine, I'll show you my chickens. Because you're the chicken, Higgins. You won't even go on live YouTube with me. Here we go, peeps. 2 chickens. 2 chickens. Going to be roasted. They're only $5 a piece. See? I'm going to roast these up tonight. A little salt, a little pepper, a little, hey, Mom, can I have a chicken? Can I have beef chicken? Yes. You see, as a prepper, this is what I'm prepping right now. Chickens are on sale. You grab some chickens and you cook your chickens. Yeah. So, Kane, I know my chickens are nice. Yes, that's dinner tonight. That's my dinner, and I will be prepping it in about 5:30, 6 o'clock. I'll put it in, There you go. So, what do you think, Kane? Tasty dinner, eh? So, now, this is why we're prepping, people. We're prepping because we have no choice. Yeah. I have no choice. We're getting to the point where it's time for us to prep, time for us to get our things in order. So, there you have it. So, as preppers, we have to prep. Yeah. That's what we're prepping for. We're prepping for 33 days till government shuts down. We're prepping for, in case Higgins' theory is right, and he's hitting the panic button now, 33 days later, for a government shutdown, he's also hitting the panic button for higher fuel pricing. So it's time for us to not hit the panic button and to wait. There's people in the world that are frugal like me. And because of it, we just have to wait. So there you have it, peeps. We are prepping for possible higher gas prices, possible higher food pricing. Food prices aren't going down. And if gas prices go back to 73 levels like they did, no one's going to be buying it. There's no Christmas. There's no Thanksgiving. There is nothing. But we're not even in Thanksgiving mode. We haven't even hit Halloween yet. Once Halloween's done, then we'll go from there. Because if the government shuts down at the 17th, then you got a problem. So Thanksgiving is going to be November 23rd. So yeah, so this year it's the 23rd. So that's 5 days after the government shuts down. You think these wealthy near-doers going to give a care while you can't supply your Thanksgiving dinner? While they're all these Republicans and Democrats are eating high off the hog? Think about it. This is why you got to prep now. I mean, you got 38 days till Thanksgiving, give or take. What are you waiting for? Yeah, what are you waiting for? Think about it. What are you waiting for? Yeah, as a prepper, I'm prepped. I'm ready to get that chicken started. So I'm ready to get the dishes done, and I'm ready to finish up. Yeah, so I can have a great Sunday today. A little gaming, a little happiness. Yeah. So there you have it, my friends. This is why we are prepping. So, with that said, what do you guys think? I'll finish this beer and then I'm out. So, I am out. And that chicken. So, costed me $5.04 per chicken. Not bad for a whole chicken. That's dinner for several nights. Add a little cup of rice and some gravy to it. You got it made. So, with that said, I hope you all are prepping and you're realizing why we are prepping. Because this isn't just you prep, store your stuff away, and hope like hell it goes away. No, this is where you restock when you have to. You restock when you have to. I love all of you. You know that? You have to have your preps in order, but you also have to have why you're prepping. What are we prepping for? Well, we're prepping because, well, we have to. We have to prep because we have to. If we're not prepping, then what's the point? Yeah. There we go. So I'm going to go check on my channel real quick, see if we got any comments. But what are we prepping for? We're prepping just in case. That's the key word here. We're prepping just in case. Nope, no comments. What's the dashboard saying? We're getting people watching my videos from 2018. Wow. That's before I even came here. I came here August 4th of 2018. Yeah. So basically, point is, as Tildor once said, the government, the Republicans and the Democrats, they ain't going to save us. They're going to save their own ass if they can. And in the process, we all get hurt. So your best course of action is keep on prepping. Buy your potassium iodide tablets, buy your food and water, wait it out, buy extra goods that you can, because if we do go to $10 or more per gallon of gas, then you can basically say your Amazon orders have been canceled. They ain't shipping. So think about it. It's going to be more and more difficult to get your supplies in, but we're not hitting the panic button yet. That's where we come in and we prep now. Yeah. We prep now and we get it over with. That's the plan, and that's what we're going to do. So, with that said, I hope and I believe you, the preppers, can realize we're not at panic mode yet. Before you avoid panic, you prep now. Plain and simple. You prep now, you keep prepping more, and you do it like that. Yeah. What do you guys think? I know what I think. I got to figure out sides for my dinner. Mac and cheese or rice. Maybe I'll do rice and gravy tonight with my chicken. That'd be good. Chicken, rice, gravy. Yep. Brown rice and gravy. Sounds delicious to me, peeps. Yep. So, what do you guys say? Then when I pick all the chicken and put it in Ziploc bags, I'll have it ready to go for soup. I'll freeze it and then I'll be ready to go for soup. See, this is what a prepper thinks. Yep. So, before I start gaming and prepping my chickens, I'm going to have to take Moppy out for another walk soon. But my main thing tonight is for you guys to realize what we're prepping for. Yeah. Because we are prepping for the future. And that is, while Higgins is sitting hitting the panic button, red alert, red alert. This is where we turn around and we literally look at it from a perspective. Think of it. If Higgins had some common sense, people, like Pee-wee, myself, Zoe, and the rest, we would be prepping right now just in case. I'd love to hear Tildor's comments on this one. I mean, you got to prep. You got a window, right? He says, oh, well, end of the world's coming, really. Thing is, the end of the world ain't here yet, but you still need to get off your ass prep. So that's the truth in the pudding. People with common sense would think before they'd open their damn chili hole and wanting to cause an argument. 33 days till the government runs out of money. Then you got till January 1st till your food stamps run out. Your ACP runs out. Your Lifeline runs out. Your SSI runs out. I mean, think about it. Now, I should have Higgins look up something for me. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do the work myself, cut them out of a gift card. But I'd like to know if the IRS will be still working during a furlough or during government shutdown. Because if they're not running and the government can't collect the taxes, that means that the general fund is going to dry up really quickly for SSI. Think about it. That's something that you, the people, need to think about because money doesn't grow on trees. I keep telling you guys this. Money doesn't grow on trees. You need to prep. Now, be right back. Then I'm going to finish this up I think the last part of it's going to be updates for you all. All right, peeps, here we go. So, as I'm prepping, I want to tell you one last thing tonight, okay? Updates. Now, Kane asked what's going on with Zoe. Well, Zoe's at home. What's going on with Chloe? Chloe's meeting me soon. However, I'm not going to give you the date or the time, but I will tell you the one reason I'm prepping is I'm going to be stuck probably in bed for the next 2 to 6 weeks after surgery. Yeah. Which means I'm having hernia surgery soon. Yeah, there you have it. So, having hernia surgery, they're going to fix it. Then I'm going to go home. And I'm going to be in bed for the next 2 to 6 weeks, which means more likely. That's why I'm drinking right now on Sunday. It also means that if I can't get out, this is probably going to be the time while I heal to give up the tobacco. So, you'll know. You'll see. Yeah. So, with that said, there you have it. So, surgery next week. Moppy's haircut next week. Chloe gets her laptop next week. In the meantime, keep on prepping because that's what we do. Think about it. $10 gallon gas may or may not come. If it doesn't, you've just prepped just in case. But we're prepping for higher inflations. We're prepping in case of civil war. We're prepping for nuclear war. But we're just basically being safe. Yeah. So in the meantime, there you have it. Thanks for watching, everyone. As Kane says, have a good night. You guys have a good night. Hopefully you found this video to be worthwhile. If you like my content, you can donate. We have our donation page in our About Me on YouTube. If you don't want to donate, that's fine too. I will try to make a video tomorrow if possible. I will make a video if possible after surgery. I'll just let you guys know. In the meantime, there you have it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestion, hit the like, subscribe button. It's also fun for your family, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dogs, service bunnies, your bell notification, thumbs up button, subscribe button. Keep the comments nice, all we ask. And God bless you and everything you do.